Hey there, this is Christy Matthews with KetoFitandTrim.com. So you might be having some difficulty losing weight on keto. You hear that every once in a while, maybe you're even gaining weight. So I've got 11 easy keto fat loss secrets for you to consider. Okay, now there are several that can be happening that could affect your weight loss, or maybe you're not losing weight as much as you want, or you might actually be gaining. There's so many factors, but I'm going to touch on what I think are the big ones. And there are 11 of them, and I'm taking them right from a blog post that I'll be preparing. So I will put the blog post up into this page as soon as it's prepared, but I'm going to go ahead and just give you the notes that I have that I've prepared for the blog post. So the first one is actually, you're not in ketosis. That's a possibility. So one of the ways to find out, the easy way, is to go get some keto urine strips. They're fairly inexpensive. They're about $7 on Amazon, and you can test your urine to see if you're in ketosis. There's a breath test that you can take too. There's kind of an odor that you'll put off in your breath when you're burning ketones. And then lastly, the best way is a blood test, but it's not economically feasible to go in and have a blood test. So I think the urine strips are the simplest way if you're trying to figure out why you're not getting the results that you want. Okay, number two is not eating enough protein. That's right. You can be limiting the amount of protein, and it's not allowing your body to have the building blocks necessary to burn fat. So you want to make sure that you get enough quality protein. And you want to eat more of the fattier cuts of meat. They're more satisfying, but you want to stay within about that 20% range of how much protein you're getting in a day. Number three, not tracking your macros in the beginning. This is huge. And I'm going to give you a very quick snippet on this. I'm not into calorie counting, and I have not counted my calories on keto in 2 years, okay? But you need to have kind of a range to start with. So let's say, I'm talking to females, that you go maybe use a 1,500 calorie range, all right? And what you're going to do, there's 3 components to be considering. Fat is 9 calories per gram. Protein and carbohydrates are both 4 grams. So if you have 75% of your diet should be fats, then you're going to take 1,500 times, or divided by 75, and you're going to find out, or I'm sorry, that was wrong, 1,500 times 75%, and that's going to give you the correct amount of grams per fat that you should be getting per day. And you do the same thing, 15 times 20%, 15 times 5%, and that will give you both the protein and the carbohydrate countdown. Follow the macros, don't worry about the calories. You know, a calorie in does not mean a calorie burned. There are so many factors that goes into burning calories. Just don't even go there. Get your macros and follow those. All right, you're not eating enough satiating meals. It means that these are meals that are not satisfying you. You're probably not getting enough fat in those meals. So again, go ahead and pick more of the, the fattier cuts of meat. Make sure it's grass-fed beef, heritage pork, range chickens, eggs that are pasture raised. And by the way, and I'll have some more videos on this in the future, rather than doing egg whites, which is a tremendous source of protein, why not get the whole egg? Because you'll be much more satisfied by having the fat that comes from the egg yolk. And we'll talk about eggs and egg yolks and egg whites sometime in the future. All right? You might be getting missing hidden carbohydrates. That's very easy to do. So you really need to watch your ingredient count when you're going ahead and you're buying products at the store. Make sure you're looking for hidden carbohydrates. And there are also ingredients that are added to foods that you're buying that can actually spike your insulin levels. So let's say, let's take peanut butter, for example. could be a significant difference between eating 1 tablespoon and 3 tablespoons of peanut butter. It can throw off your carbohydrate count. So just keep that in mind. You might be eating too much fat. It's a possibility. If you're getting too much fat in, of course you're going to gain weight or not lose weight. So make sure, this is why it's important to keep track of your macros, especially in the beginning. Stop drinking the bulletproof coffees, guys. Hey, they're delicious, but when you think about that, there's a couple of tablespoons of MCT oil or coconut oil and a couple of tablespoons of butter. Next thing you know, you're up to 300-400 calories. And I know I just said we're not counting calories, but that's a lot of fat in that amount of calories. So just ditch the bulletproof coffees. They're great to have once in a while, but you don't need them. And yes, it will help you be in ketosis by having the fat, but it's not helping you burn the fat in your body. You're just adding more fat in, and your body has to work through those reserves. So limit your bulletproof coffees. Same thing, chill out on the fat bombs. I know some of you have a sweet tooth. I do from time to time, and I enjoy a fat bomb, but don't have them every day. I know some people who have fat bombs every day because they get that 3 o'clock lull and they want something sweet. To me, when I hear that, that means that they're not fully adapted, because you shouldn't be having any sugar or salt cravings when you've got keto working in an optimal fashion. Okay? You might be getting too much exercise. That's right. You could be stressing your body and preventing you from actually being able to lose the weight. You see, what happens is when you're under stress, you may actually be producing more insulin, and insulin spikes prevent you from losing weight. So chill on the hardcore aerobic exercise. Remember, this isn't about burning calories. This is about burning fat. In a way, you'll be burning calories as well. But most people who do hardcore aerobic cardio exercise, they're trying to burn the calories. And, that's really old school. There's a lot of evidence out there that, a calorie in is not a calorie burnt. So what the treadmill is telling you, the elliptical is telling you how many calories you're burning, that is not right for your body type. So don't even go there. A nice brisk walk to where you can carry on a conversation, but maybe you don't want to, that is a good cardio aerobic rate for you, and you're not stressing your body because you are used to walking in most cases for most people. Okay? Another one, you're not sleeping enough. When you're not sleeping enough, you are causing insulin resistance. And there are so many things that happen while you're sleeping. A lot of your body goes through the recovery process while you sleep. There are a lot of hormones being produced while you sleep. So you want to make sure that you're getting about 7 hours of sleep at night. If you get in any less than that, I'm not so sure you're going to be able to do all the bodybuilding things that your body needs. I know that there are some people that do well on less sleep. For me, I'm about a 7.5 hour a night person. That I need that minimally. Otherwise, I feel like I'm stressing during the day if I haven't had enough sleep. So you kind of judge what's working well for you. When you wake up in the morning, you should feel rested. You shouldn't feel groggy. You should have mental clarity. If you're not having any of those things, you haven't slept well. Okay, and lastly, stop drinking all the alcohol. Yes, drinking is going to make you gain weight and not lose any. And stay off of the beer. Beer is a killer for keto. I know. So you might want to have a drink once in a while. It's okay. But stay on the clear alcohols. And like I said, avoid the beer. Okay? Beer will kill your ketosis. And once you're out of ketosis, it's going to take a little longer to get back into it. Sure, you can take ketones and they're going to help you get into ketosis, but are you actually using the ketones to burn your body fat? It's a different thing. So avoid the alcohol if you can, and just get off of it altogether. There are a lot of reasons for liver health as to why you would want to do that, but we'll talk about that another time. So I hope that you got some tips from today, and let me ask a question here before I go. If you got any help from what I shared with you today, tell me one or two things in the comments. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining. Tell me one or two things in the comments that you got from today's video that you might make changes in your routine that will help you lose weight. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Take care.